Start off by showing you, the rice, right? This is white rice. This is about 1.5 cups. And listen, it's cooked. That's what you're gonna wanna have, cooked rice. Okay, and here, look, this is our chicken broth. Look, and if you notice, this is 33% less sodium. If you've been following me, you know that I like to go ahead and get everything down to a, as less sodium as possible. That way each individual person can salt the individual dish, right? And so right here, you can see right now, it's on 1.25 cups. Okay, then look, I'm using an Andouille sausage, right? You guys know I like that Hoffy brand. This is that chicken Andouille. Now look, I cut these like this, right? Just so you can see, you can cut them this way, or you can just cut slices out of that. Right here, you'll see that I got some parsley. I'm gonna go ahead and just take some of this off. This is gonna be our garnish at the end, right? Now, let's talk about these peppers right here. I'm gonna just use 2, right? So if you look at these right here, look, obviously I got a red and a green. This could have been red and yellow. It can be red, green, and yellow, or whatever you wanna do, but I'm just using 2 right here. Now, I got 4 garlic cloves right here, right? Got my press. Hey, you guys know, hey, since I discovered using one of these, this is taking that mincing to a whole new level, and it's easy, right? Now, right here, Kosher Salt. Over here we got, this is Cayenne Pepper, Paprika, I finally said it right. We got black pepper, tomato paste, and then here we got a white onion. Even if you got a yellow onion, that works too, but don't worry about that. But this is like the gist of it. Now, earlier I talked about, showing the shrimp, right? These are it right here. These are just the large size. They already been deveined, you know what I mean? These are clean, deveined, peeled. And actually I bought these with the shrimp, with the tail on the end, and just pulled them out. Now, this part is completely optional. You do not have to add this. It can be made and it'd be just as good without it, but this is just one of those things where we level up. Now, let me show you this. Now look, I saved all the details. Now I got a couple of more recipes coming up that's gonna require some shrimp. We're gonna save those too, and we're getting ready to start our second video doing a shrimp seasoning. And I'm not gonna say nothing else, but we gotta save it. So I'm gonna take these, put these in the freezer, and freeze these until a later date. Okay, so what I just did right now is I preheated my cast iron skillet. I'm bringing that up to heat. We're using a medium-high heat, which is about 375 degrees. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just add some extra virgin olive oil to it. You can see right now it's kind of hot. I can see the shimmers in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add my sausage. And we're gonna start to brown those.
Now you wanna let the andouille sausage, be heated up by the oil so it can release its flavor.
Okay, so look, this only takes about, on a medium-high heat, this should only take about 5 minutes. You just wanna brown them up a little bit, and you want it to release some of the goodness into the oil, right? So this is now it's becoming infused with the chicken andouille. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead. Anytime I gotta add something to it, like if it's bell peppers or whatever, I always start with my onions first. Because you know what, those always seem to take the longest, so we'll just put those in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and just give this a little mix. I'm gonna reduce my heat down a little bit to about 350 degrees. I'll bring it back up in just 1 second. But you see how they start turning the color of that andouille sausage and all the oils and the grease that was inside of there? That's all the flavor. So we'll just leave this in here. I'm gonna let it stay in here for about 1 minute, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add the pepper. Okay, so look, it's been 1 minute. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add the peppers. Now I want you guys to tell me, I like to hear it. Let me know down in the comment section below, is your mouth watering? Hey, just by having these onions starting to break down, you know what I mean? And then as soon as you add the peppers to it, that steam it give off of it is just amazing. Just that aroma. Yeah, this is right here. You know what I mean? Kind of got a grilled onion effect to it. Just giving it around, you can feel the peppers are softening up nice, but we're gonna let them continue to cook with the rest of the process. But this right here is the way I like to see it. Now's the time to go ahead and start adding our garlic.
Now, I don't know what it is about this garlic press right here, but look, it puts a smile on my face every time I use it. It's so easy.
Now, you can smell immediately once it touches that pan how fragrant it gets. You want to be careful not to burn it. That's good there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of salt to it. Just a little bit, just a pinch. Our black pepper. Okay, now that this is ready, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put this in a bowl right here. We're gonna leave everything else in here, whatever's left. This is like a seasoned, skillet right now, right? All right.
Now, this part right here is for all my shrimp lovers. Listen, if you want to add shrimp, this is the part you're gonna add it, right? Now listen, if you don't want to add shrimp to it, you can skip this part altogether. Now, what you see me sprinkling is that garlic butter seasoning. Look, this, or you could have used that Creole kick. Either way, fine.
All right, you guys can see I'm using the garlic butter, seasoning by Sweet Smoky Joe. This right here is just a level up for just about any dish, but it tastes exceptionally good when you got that buttery flavor along with, with some shrimp or anything like that. If you guys haven't gotten this, go ahead and take a look at this, because this and Creole kick, this and Creole kick is what you guys should have in your cabinets. Okay, you just saw shrimp is done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take the tomato paste. Now we'll add about 3/4 of our chicken stock, right? We just want to save some back. That's good, like right about there. What we want to do is we want to bring this up to a simmer. So we'll start moving this around, let this tomato paste, dissolve. Okay, so you can see, obviously, it's starting to boil, right? So I turn it down, I'm at about 320 degrees. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add, the paprika and the cayenne. The cayenne's for the kick. Now, if you guys want to put more cayenne there, you can do that. But this right here just gives it just a little bit of bite, along with that andouille sausage. Now, once you got this blended up and this incorporated well, then you want to go ahead and start adding the rest of your ingredients. For me, I'm gonna start off with the rice. So now I guess you guys are looking at it thinking like, oh, that's how they get the colors on the rice, right? Now we'll add, our bell peppers and let's just call it the veggies, right? You see it starting to come together, y'all? Now tell me your mouth ain't watering right now. Hey, what about our meat? Let's go with the andouille sausage and any of the goodness that had to drip down off of it. We want it all in there. Now we'll just let that cook for a minute. And then don't forget, we saved a little bit of that chicken broth, right? So we'll add that right now. We'll let this cook inside of it. We'll wait till this get hot. Now, if you guys are gonna add the shrimp, we're gonna add that last. That's just enough to, warm it back up. We don't wanna cook it no more. And then then we can go ahead and put it in a bowl. And then for those of us that are not going to add shrimp, you know what I mean? You could just go ahead and get yourself some of this, put it in a bowl, and go ahead and serve it. But right now, I'm gonna let it come back up to a simmer. Now what I did was, I went ahead and just poured my shrimp in here. And the reason I didn't show it, you guys can see it, it's just a dump. And then just about stirring it up, right? But it's more so really just a skillet without the shrimp. I added the shrimp on my own because it's the way I like it, but I just wanted you guys just to see. Tell me what you think about that right there. And hey, we can go from there. Now it's time to put this in a bowl or on a plate, and we finna eat some of this right here. Now, let me just make sure I cover this. When you add your shrimp, you don't want to cook it long. We just want to get it in there, get it incorporated, and then we just want to go ahead and stop it. You know what I mean? For those of you guys, you can just remove it from the heat. It'll warm just by being in there. And that right there is fire, folks. Then we'll hit it with a little bit of garnish. And you guys let me know, hey, it would have been nice to have that yellow, bell pepper, huh? You guys can just see where it's going right now. So we just add a little bit of this on here just for a little color.
Now, after hitting it with that garnish, take a look at that right there. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna slow down on my words and be quiet so you guys can take it all in. I want you to take a look at that right there, let it focus, and boom. Tell me what you guys think about that down in the comment section below.